How's it going, everybody? It's me, Shane, and I'm here to give you another Spy Family episode review and recap. Today's episode is episode 12. I don't know why I was about to say 10. Episode 12, Penguin Park. And apparently, under my radar, can't believe this happened to me, this is actually the last episode for this first batch. This is part 1. Part 2 will be in October. So, we're June, just 4 months. Not that long. But yeah, it's been a good run. Very, very good run. And you know what? Before I go any further, park yourself down and don't forget to hit that like button. Hit the subscribe button as well. We're trying to get to 1,000 subscribers. And as well, hit the notification bell to be notified of more videos just like this. And you know what? I need you to hit up that comment section. I want to know what you think. Tell me what you think of the show, what you think of my review of the show. I want to hear from you guys. All right? I want to hear from you. But without any further delay, I say this without trying to be cliche or without being hyperbolic. Show gets better. Like after the dodgeball episode, starting with that, it gets better and better every episode. And yeah, it's a good steady flow at this point. So the beginning of this is a bit of a recap, and I see why they did that. They did it because hey, we're gonna take a break for a little bit. But yeah, so the beginning talks about it being West Berlin. It's Ostinia. There's an old woman who was actually a wise agent. At first, I thought it was someone in disguise. I'm like, we haven't seen anybody look that old. I'm like, she kind of looks like it. She kind of could be Loid in disguise. With that big nose. No, she's actually just an old lady. I kind of feel bad about that. But we know that there's a soda pop with a wise, their symbol, the tag right on there. And who, lo and behold, buys the soda pop as she takes a seat? It's Loid. It's how he's getting his next mission. And he gets ready to go on a train. The old lady thinks, she's been doing this for decades. Peace is fleeting, and she wonders if there's ever a day where they will not be needed. It's a really good question. It's a question that we actually ask even in our own real world. It's not like this is an isekai or fantasy or even one of those shonens where, hey, you beat the bad guy, peace is achieved. There's little skirmishes here and there, but hey, we won. This is very realistic, where it's like, will things ever end? And so, excuse me, now there's an explosion. All these people are knocked out. Loid grabs the briefcase, and his mission's complete. And he's now talking to another spy. They're both having a cigarette. Dude's leaning against the thing, and Loid's leaning against the other side. And, he's asking about, wait, right here. We're getting another refresher on the plot about what Operation Strix is. And, the spy says, remember, spies don't stand out. You got to appear mundane. And ask him how Operation Strix is going. Loid's Twilight says it's going smoothly. And as he puts out the cigarette, he coughs, and the guy's like, did you quit smoking? He's like, yeah, I have a kid now. I was like, okay, you do love this family. Which prompted an awe from me. So, meanwhile, the family's going to go eat out because Loid's told them told Yor, he's going to be working late again. And Yor's thinking to herself, man, being a doctor is really tough. And then Anya's thinking, Papa's real job is a spy. Of course, we get the rundown on who Anya is. Esper, who Loid found at an orphanage, who can read minds. And we get a rundown of who Yor is. As she's washing dishes when Anya brings it to her, she can still smell the blood on her hand from her last kill. She's not just an assassin, she is a hardcore assassin. So now you have it. A spy, a telepath, and an assassin all living under the same roof, choosing to live with each other, all ignorant of what, well, they're not all ignorant. They're each hiding their true identities from one another. And they are a less than mundane family living a less than mundane life. And so Loid's coming home. He is dog tired. And he's just worn out. He's saying all these extra missions they're giving me on top of Operation Strix. Man, I know we must really be shorthanded in dire straits. So he's thinking, well, I got to remain stalwart and just keep the path, right? And as he walks through the door, he can hear his neighbors, the women, gossiping, and they're saying that, man, I haven't seen that family all together, and the father works late. They say it's even supposed to be an off day, and he's coming home late. Now here's my thing. One, there's a difference between a good nosy neighbor and a bad nosy neighbor. These are bad nosy neighbors. Although one assumes that he's cheating, the other assumes that maybe he got fired and can't tell his wife. But they're saying, "Oh, think of the child; she's being neglected, and never see them all together." And this is and I kind of cut myself off because of what they're going to say later. But this is where Loid goes, "Oh, dang! I've been so wrapped up in my missions, I haven't been keeping up that visage of playing the role of a dad." And he's running up the stairs because he's trying to get to home. And I'm thinking to myself, technically, you're doing the dad thing. Granted, his real job helps pay for all this, but this kind of happens. You work, and sometimes you got to work overtime, and sometimes you come in and you're tired, and sometimes you got to work on days you don't want to work. I'm still wondering, how do the nosy neighbors know his off days? Is it supposed to be like regulated off days for everybody in Ostania? Who knows? But yes, so he's running up and he's saying to himself, got to keep up appearances. This could ruin the operation. And I love this. I love that he says that a threat to his family is a threat to world peace. And it's kind of starting to overlap, isn't it? His main mission, he needs to keep the world peace going. Got to stop that evil Desmond guy. But then it's kind of like, no, he just doesn't want this family thing to end, whether he knows it or not, right? So he runs through the door, shocking Anya and Yor, and says, "We're going out next weekend." And Yor's like she can see the dude teetering. She's like, "You sure you just don't want to lay down?" And he comes over, sees Anya drawing a penguin who also has a gun in his hand, and says, "You know what? You're drawing a penguin. Let's go to the aquarium." And he's telling Yor, in order for us to keep appearances as this and keep our pretend family, we got to go out so people can see us heading out and everything, right? So they're gonna do family stuff, and Anya's very excited. And Loid thinks, all right, I gotta get done with all my missions before next weekend. Flash to next weekend, he looks like a skeleton, and his legs are shaking. And Yor's like, "Are you sure you just don't want to rest?" And he's like, "Nah, we're gonna go out." And it's so adorable, it's so cute, and it's so great. They're all matching in some way. They're wearing blue stripes, right? So Yor has blue striped dress. He has a blue striped shirt. Anya has this cute dress on where the stripes are on her hat, and it's under, I guess, the blouse. Like, they look unique, but they're all matching in some way, and I like it. And so, as this adorable family walks out, the neighbors happen to see him. They say, "Oh, we haven't seen you three in a long time together." They're like, "Yeah, we're about to go to the aquarium." And Anya's reading his thoughts, and he's like, "Yeah, they see it. So now, it'll be normal." And Anya's, when it's Anya's turn to speak up, she goes, "Yes, Mama and Papa are both very normal, and we're going on an outing because we're a normal family. Let us go, normal father." And he's like, "You're more of explaining it, but yeah, good enough, right?" And so as they're leaving, because they got to get to the train, there's another summons that's on the side of the stand. He just want to get regular drinks for them, coffee and juice. Goes up and she's like, "Oh, good, you're here." He's like, "No, I'm not taking the mission." And she's like, "What?" He's like, "I'm doing a vital part of Operation Strix, but this is from HQ. Coffee and juice, please." And she runs down the whole thing saying, there's these terrorists that are trying to steal these plans to make this chemical that could make a chemical weapon, and they're hiding it. And the funny part is, she learns that they're going to the aquarium because Anya says, "Come on, Papa, let's go before they close the aquarium." He's like, "Oh no, they renovated." She's like, "Oh, you're really on top of it because that's where the next mission is." He's like, "No, it's just a coincidence. Coffee and juice, please. Coffee and juice, please." And unfortunately, he takes the mission. And the rundown of that is, apparently they smuggled the plans inside of the mouth of a penguin. Don't know when the recipient is going to show up or anything. They just know it's in a penguin and he has to find it. As soon as we get here, Anya's in love. So two things that we know about Anya: she loves peanuts and she loves the aquarium / she loves penguins. She goes to this octopus that is very well drawn, mind you. Whoever is fully drawn this, I know it's split between Cloverworks and Cloverworks is another studio. I know Cloverworks did work on Attack on Titan, but I can't think of the other studios. I might as well just look this up live. Who works on Spy Family? I'm pretty sure it's just going to say Clover. Oh, pretty sure it's just going to say Cloverworks and Wit Studio. I knew I was right. I did say Wit Studio, didn't I? I just don't remember anything Wit Studio's done. I know I ran that down in the first episode of talking about this series. So, I digress. She's looking at everything, and he's thinking, hey, we should go see the penguins. And as he's trying to say this, they run into the family, to the neighbors' families again. And it just so happens that this group of neighbors is the ones that we're talking about. He's a cheater. They're there and they just arrived. And Yor goes, we should all travel together. And Loid is like, your son. And his mind's like, no. And she's thinking, yeah, in order to keep up appearances, we gotta have good relations. It's just like, damn. She's actually taking your advice, but there's nothing you can do. So he goes, all right, well, we're all just gonna go to the penguin park right now. The penguin part of the place, right? Because Loid was trying to find a way to separate from them to get the mission done and come back, but now he's kind of stuck. And now we see that there are 200 penguins, literally over 200 penguins, or as you say in Japanese, pingy? Yeah, pingy. Maybe that's just the way Anya says it, but pingies. All these pingies, right? And Loid is like, they had to put a mark on it or something. He's just looking. He's like, I can't tell. He still looks tired. And Anya hears his thoughts. And so, and why he's thinking this, because Anya thinks Papa is, what does she say? Papa is troubled. And Yor thinks, oh, he's just letting out his inner child. But Anya uses her abilities to read the thoughts of the penguins. I thought it would only extended to people. She can read every living being's thoughts. Probably not plants, but you get some funny things in there. I hope my girlfriend isn't mad at me. I want fish. I want to play. And then she zeroes in on one penguin that is coughing badly and is drinking water, but the water keeps falling out. So she's like, hey, Papa, what's up with this penguin? He goes, it's coughing. It's trying to drink, but it's not staying in there. That could be it. Good job. And so he goes to everyone. He's like, I'm going to go get us all something to drink. I'll be right back. And you think, oh, he's so exhausted. He's trying to replenish himself by drinking water and stuff. This man, first of all, very coincidentally, there's a new guy showing up. Loid was able to knock him out and put him inside of his locker. Dude looks like he's peacefully sleeping, so I don't know how he did it, but he did it in a nice way. Disguise, he's a master disguise man. Looks exactly like the guy. He's the new guy. They're supposed to go and deal with the penguins. And the chief is like, you gotta memorize all those names. He's like, yeah, I took a glance at them on my way in. You took a glance? It took me 2 years to learn these things. He's like, be careful, you're gonna step on Patil. All these penguins have P names. The puns, y'all. The puns. But I digress. With all these P names presented and present, he's naming them off, Pascal, Patipa, Patupa, whatever. And it's time to feed them, but he can tell the one that was choking was Pacel. Now that is a superpower. This is where like I said in the dodgeball episode, we go from like, oh, this is somewhat realistic and you can believe some of this cool stuff to, wow, there are just superhuman things in this show and we are expected to just be like, yeah, it's whatever. Like, no one bats an eye to this. So, new dude, who is Loid, literally just glanced at everything And so it's time to feed them, and he wants to get over to Parcel, but all the penguins are up, right? So now it's Chief, a lady, and Loid. And Loid was able to memorize the names of the penguins, the families of the penguins, where they each are usually positioned, and how much they eat, to where he can just wah 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 wah, wah sends all the fish out, and they're just amazed. And it's a clear line for him to get to Parcel. He's like, "Hey, Parcel doesn't look like he's hungry. I'm gonna take him to the sick bay." And they're just enamored by this newbie who was just kicking butt. So, um, wait. Oh, I went ahead of my own notes. So he's in there and he's trying to. He says, "Okay, I can see the shiny thing. I'm gonna try to get it out." And some guy walks behind him and says, "Hey, what you do with that penguin?" He's like, "Oh, just looks like he's sick. I'm trying to take care of him." "Oh, well, I can take him over to the sick bay." And he's like, "I really can't give him to someone that doesn't work here. That's not staff." And dude gives him an ID. This dude looks like a creep. Like, if you know creepy anime characters, you've seen this guy with the buggy eyes and like, here's the ID. Loid looks at the thing, smells it, grabs some of the water that's on the ground and smudges it like, this isn't even a real ID. And I love the fact, a small little detail, the wise symbol is on Loid's hat on the side. I love that unless you're a spy, you're not gonna see this and understand it. That's some good detail. Another good detail that I forgot, the episode where we see that Damien's thinking about the photo where his father or parent, neither one of his parents, where's his mother, right? Neither one of them took to were in the picture. Apparently in the manga, he wasn't even in the picture. So they made this even sadder by having him there alone. Now, back to this in the detail. The guy, where am I at here? Nope, 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 nope. So the guy is trying to attack Loid with a gun. He just takes the bucket, swing it off of him, and guy runs. Loid has Parcel who's kind of jumping around, and Chief comes and says, "Hey, sick bay's that way." He's like, "Okay." And Loid is thinking, "I don't even know if he has other people here with him. I know I got to get to this film, but man, I really need to get him and the others." Somehow, Anya is there behind the scenes, listening to his thoughts and seeing all this. Yor is back to looking for Anya because Anya has separated from her. Anya's probably read her father's entire thoughts and was just seeing how this played out. Dude is running like, I gotta get them to kill that guy. Blah 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 blah. Anya is on this dude's jacket, and while he's running, he's like, "Get off of me, kid." They run by Yor. She goes, "Mama, I'm being kidnapped." Nah, Yor don't play that with kidnappers. Remember when the episode where she was teaching Anya how to punch? She could have beaten those near do wells butts, and we can see that quite clearly because when she catches up and the guy's like, "Kid, why are you saying that?" She's like, "I'm that girl's mother." Swings her leg back, kicks this dude head into the ceiling. She's like, "I might have overdone it." No, that's how you should treat kidnappers and terrorists. But wow. And funny thing is, Anya says wow when she drops her. She's like, "Wow, wow." And then Loid walking by with the chief also goes, "Wow." Such a great sight gags. I don't. The Tetsuya Endo, he normally does like really dramatic stuff. The fact that he is able to capture comedy this well, the fact that the writers and people on this anime are able to capture it very well, right? So Yor and Aya reconvene with the wives, and they tell Yor, they're like, "He's been gone for a while. You know what, girl? I think he's cheating. I'm just gonna say he's flat out cheating." And Yor's like, "What? No, no." And here comes Loid with the giant penguin. He's like, "Hey, I'm back. I'm late because I wanted to win this stuffed penguin for Anya." And Anya, she loves penguins. She loves all this. So she's like, "Pingy!" And she's all on top of it, right? The plush is literally bigger than Anya. It's close to her side, but it's bigger than her. And he was thinking, he was saying, "Oh yeah, no, it was guess the penguin's name, so I just did it over and over until I won this penguin for her." And Anya's like, Papa's a liar. He actually got it on the first try. But of course, gotta explain why I've been gone the whole time, right? And so, um, while Anya and Yor are kind of playing, because she, you can hear Yor in the background going, "Oh, it's bigger than you, Anya-san." And the woman say, "I misjudged you. You're a better father than I thought." Takes off his hat and goes, "No, what I am is I'm a simple father trying to not stumble too much." And he kind of looks to his family. He says, "You know, I try to protect my happy little family." All of that is truth. All of that is truth, whether he realizes it or not. And even the wives are like, "Man, now look at you again. You're pretty dang handsome." And in his mind, he's like, "I'm glad it all worked out because thanks to Anya getting Yor to help, not only did he get the film, they captured the guy, questioned the guy about his other accomplices, and captured them as well. All is good." So he's thinking, "I'm going to, complain and request some vacation time because I am HQ. You've been running me ragged, right?" But then he sees the smiling face of Yor and Anya with that plush and goes, "Nah, can't do it. My mission is to make sure that children are able to smile and no one will ever have to be sad from war again. I'm not gonna stand idly by, and I'm gonna keep working." I love the determination, but dude, you really should take care of yourself. That is a big issue with work. Not even in Japan. Not even a work culture in Japan. Just work culture even in the West. Taking time off for yourself, mentally and physically, shunned upon by those who are the overlords. But no, you really do need to take care of yourself. Which is why being an entrepreneur is kind of fun, but at the same time, you still push yourself there as well. Take care of yourself. I digress. Um, where is it that Anya wanted to go? She mentioned the dolphin show, and he's like, "Can you please slow down?" And then we're gonna fade a little bit because when we come back, Anya's playing with Mr. Chimera and now the new Agent Penguin, getting him sworn in as an agent. And it's so cute because this is definitely how kids play. She splits the peanut. It's supposed to be a peanut eating ritual. She kind of looks at both of them with her funny, the Anya eyes, and then just wolfs down the peanuts. Like, "All right, you're part Agent Anya. Show him around." She shows him the command center, which is where she watches cartoons. Shows him Agent Papa, who is a super elite and good at everything. He's thinking, "Oh, she's playing pretend at being a spy. Oh, okay." Because he has a sweat mark. He knows what it is to be a spy. He is a spy, so it's kind of funny. Agent Mama, who is super strong but fails at everything, and the shock on Yor's face. She's like, "I'm really that bad," but she is adoringly smiling at Anya playing. And then Anya brings Agent Penguin. She's like, "All right, this is Mama and Papa's rooms." After she shows him, where to heal your wounds in the bathroom, she's like, "Maybe we might find the ultimate bomb or the ultimate knife." She goes to reach for that doorknob. As soon as she touches it, Loid pulls her up and he yells at her, telling her, "No, I did not tell you don't go into my room. Don't know." And she cries, like actual little kid cries. And he says, "Look, there can be dangerous things in there. There can be scissors or a heater." And he thinks to himself, even though there's actually things that are much more dangerous in there. And Yo goes, "Yeah, same in my room." She has poison and needles in there. And Anya's just bawling her eyes out. And where am I at here? And Anya says, "I hate, Mama and Papa. I hate you both," which is it's sad and it's adorable. She goes, "I'm gonna run away," and they both have this look of shock. And your Loid's thinking this would ruin the mission if she ran away and she never came back. Oh, oh. Grabs Mr. Penguin and starts pretending to be Mr. Penguin. Yor grabbed there was a robot that was in Anya's room next to a stuffed lion. She grabs the robot. She's Mr. Robot and he's Mr. Penguin. They are both so embarrassed, and you can just see the deep red lines on their faces as they're hiding behind the robot and the penguin. As a matter of fact, at one point when they're outside, the robot is blushing. That is how deep Yor's blush is. And he goes, "Well, what's in the tour, Agent Anya? Let's go on our next mission." And Anya says, Anya sniffles a little bit, and plays along because she's playing. She says the next mission is the candy store on 2nd Street. Someone's taking it over. We got to go rescue everyone. Okay. So they're outside, and there are people watching this. And there's a couple. This lady says they're such a cute family because they're playing with their daughter, and she has on the sunglasses. I love the scene, and it's adorable. I've seen the manga panel before, and when then we get later when Anya's mood improved, they bought her a snack, and peace was restored in the Forger household. She got peanuts, of course. And yeah, that's our break for now. Um, but I already watched. I saw the trailers went up for part two before the episode even showed this morning. I watched it after I watched this episode. Apparently, the part two is gonna be some kind of terrorist is just trying to stick it to the West. Gonna make some explosions. So we got Handler. Loid's like I'm done with war. Anga's trying to help, and then Yor's gonna kick some more kidnappers' butts. You see Loid ready to shoot. Bond, the dog, is gonna show up. It's gonna be a grand old time. I should really start reading this show when I find time, and I will find time. But yeah, this episode they ended this very well, and it encapsulated basically everything from this first part of this first season was. Each of them has their own separate secret. They're trying to maintain their family while, without realizing it, this is a real family for them, whether they realize it or not. Lloyd's just like, hey, world peace, and yours like, I want to keep being a killer, but Anya knows it. We know it. This is a real family. And Anya just wants to help any way she can. So this gets a 4.5 from me. Dang near 5.5. It's absolutely, you know, it is a 5.5. Absolute 5.5. 5.05. Just a straight 5. It is what this series is. Is it my favorite episode? No, but it is in my top 5. I'll tell you my top 5 in a second. But yes, this is a 5 out of 5 by far. This is right up there with my top 5 of this first part is the castle episode where we get Loid Man, the dodgeball episode where everything starts to go up. Anya getting that Stella Star, the and now Penguin Park, and this one's probably on the lower end, but the episode where she is doing her orientation, where Yor saves her from being kidnapped the first time, and Anya doing the Anya punch. Those are the best 5 episodes of this first 12 parts. October should take his time. I actually really like summer, so I'm looking forward to that. Now that I think about it, oh no, we have Spy Family Part 2, The Return of Bleach, and I'm pretty sure Season 6 of My Hero Academia is showing up then too. Oh my goodness, if we get Demon Slayer in that same time frame as well, that is gonna be something else. Please, Demon Slayer, show up sometime in July. That's ridiculous. But yes, everybody, this is a 5 out of 5 for me. Let me know in the comment section what you thought of the episode. Let me know what you think of the entire first part of this first season. Some people think it's overhyped. Some people think it's not getting enough love. I fully enjoy it. Like, we don't get enough spy action comedies, and it's not a slice of life either. Like, I love slice of life too, but you need some things that are different, right? You need something different than power levels and energy blasts and demons and angels and fighting and clashes. This is something where I think about Death Note, right? Death Note was great because it is an inner turmoil struggle, very much drama, not very light at all. This is on the lighter side of, yeah, there are some very serious things going on, but I don't see a lot of spy things. And growing up, I watched the James Bond stuff. I did see some I Spy. I loved the Equalizer. So this kind of reminds me of those kind of things. Austin Powers too, but this isn't as goofy as Austin Powers, which is funny to say that given how over the top some of the actions of the characters are. Again, let me know what you guys think in the comment section down below. Don't forget to hit that like button, hit the subscribe button as well, and don't forget to hit the notification bell to be notified of more videos just like this. As always, share the video, and I want to thank you all for taking some time out to spend some time with me. Be good, be blessed, wash your hands, wear a mask, be safe out there. Regardless, be good to yourself, be good to others. Don't be a jerk. And as always, when things may seem down and out, there's always light at the end of the tunnel. I promise you that. And I will definitely see you all next time.